In the underbelly of Japan's glittering metropolises, a shadowy organization known as the Yakuza operates. A name that conjures up images of intimidating tattoos, strict codes of conduct, and a labyrinth of criminal activities. The Yakuza, often likened to the mafia, have been a part of Japan's social fabric for centuries. Their influence permeates various aspects of society, from politics to entertainment, and their reputation is both feared and revered. Globally, their notorious activities have earned them a place in the annals of organized crime, shaping the narrative around Japan's underworld. They're more than just a crime syndicate, they're a sophisticated network with deep cultural roots. They've withstood the test of time, evolving and adapting to the shifting landscapes of society and law enforcement. Their resilience and adaptability have reinforced their staying power in a rapidly changing world. So, who exactly are the Yakuza, and how did they come to be? Let's delve into the captivating tale of Japan's infamous underworld. The roots of the Yakuza trace back to the early 17th century. During Japan's Edo period, two distinct groups emerged that would eventually merge to form what we now know as the Yakuza. The first of these were the tekiya, peddlers who sold stolen or shoddy goods at local markets. Their counterparts, the bakuto, were gamblers who made their living from dice games and card playing. These street vendors and gamblers were considered outcasts, operating on the fringes of society. Yet they possessed a strong sense of community and order, creating their own code of conduct. This was the foundation of the organized crime syndicate that would later be known as the Yakuza. As Japan transitioned from the feudal Edo period to the Meiji era in the late 19th century, these groups began to consolidate their power. They formed alliances with political figures and law enforcement, offering their services as muscle and enforcers. This relationship was mutually beneficial, allowing the Yakuza to operate with a certain level of impunity while providing valuable support to the establishment. By the 20th century, the Yakuza had evolved from street vendors and gamblers into a sophisticated and organized criminal network. Their operations expanded to include illegal activities such as drug trafficking, prostitution, and loan sharking. Yet despite their criminal activities, the Yakuza maintained a complex relationship with Japanese society, often seen as protectors of the community and enforcers of order. Post-World War II, Japan was in chaos, and the Yakuza seized this opportunity to further expand their operations. They moved into the black market, dealing in goods and services that were scarce in the war-torn country. This period saw the Yakuza rise to unprecedented power and influence, becoming a formidable force in Japanese society. Their growth continued into the late 20th and early 21st century, with the Yakuza infiltrating various sectors of the economy, from real estate and construction to finance and entertainment. They became a deeply entrenched part of Japanese society, their influence reaching far beyond the underworld. As they evolved, so did their criminal endeavors. From humble beginnings as street vendors and gamblers, the Yakuza have grown into a complex and powerful organization, their history a testament to their adaptability and resilience. The Yakuza's reach extends to various sectors of illegal activities. The group's illicit dealings are as diverse as they are extensive, with their operations stretching from the neon-lit streets of Tokyo to the serene countryside vistas of rural Japan. Let's start with illegal gambling, a time-honored tradition in the world of Yakuza. In Japan, where most forms of gambling are outlawed, the Yakuza saw a lucrative opportunity. They run underground casinos and illegal betting rings, offering games like pachinko and mahjong, making a fortune from those willing to skirt the law for a chance at winning big. Then, there's loan sharking. The Yakuza are notorious for their involvement in this high-risk lending business. They prey on desperate individuals and businesses, offering quick financial relief at exorbitant interest rates. Those who cannot repay often find themselves under the Yakuza's thumb, ensnared in a cycle of debt and fear. Now let's delve into the shadowy realm of drug trafficking. Despite Japan's strict drug laws, the Yakuza have found ways to profit from the illicit trade. They smuggle drugs like methamphetamine, known locally as shabu, and marijuana into the country, often using ingenious methods to evade detection. Finally, there's extortion. The Yakuza have long capitalized on the Japanese concept of protection money. They coerce businesses into paying them in return for protection or to avoid trouble. This practice, known as sokaya, extends even to legitimate corporations, with some Yakuza gangs specializing in corporate extortion. The impact of these criminal activities on Japanese society is profound. They foster fear, perpetuate corruption, and undermine the social fabric. Yet they also contribute to the mystique and allure of the Yakuza, painting them as anti-heroes in the eyes of some. But the Yakuza is not just about criminal activities, they are deeply intertwined with Japanese culture. The group's influence seeps into the cultural fabric of Japan, a topic we'll delve into in our next segment. Stay tuned as we peel back the layers of Yakuza's cultural impact, exploring their distinctive tattoos, stringent codes, and traditional rituals. The Yakuza's cultural roots run deep, influencing their actions and operations. Much like the ink that adorns their bodies, their traditions are indelible, shaping their identity and ethos. One such tradition is the art of irizumi, or full-body tattoos, a vivid display of commitment and allegiance to the organization. These intricate tattoos, often concealed beneath clothing, tell the story of the individual Yakuza member, their rank, affiliations, and personal beliefs. They are a badge of honor, a symbol of lifetime membership, and a constant reminder of the path they've chosen. Yet, the Yakuza's culture extends beyond skin-deep symbolism. It permeates their code of conduct, which is steeped in principles of loyalty, respect, and strict hierarchy. This code, known as Ninkyo Doho, is a blend of samurai ethics and street-smart survivalism. It demands unwavering loyalty to the Oyabun, or boss, and places a high value on personal honor and respect for authority. The code also underscores the importance of giri, or duty, and ninjo, or personal feelings. The struggle between these two opposing forces often forms the moral backdrop of Yakuza narratives and actions. Giri calls for duty and obligation, while ninjo yearns for personal desires and emotions. The Yakuza member's life is a constant balancing act between these two. And then there are the rituals, ceremonies steeped in symbolism and tradition, designed to maintain order and discipline within the organization. One of the most well-known is the Sakazuki, a sake-sharing ceremony that solidifies the bond between the Oyabun and his Kobun, or underling. It's a solemn rite that signifies the acceptance of a new member or the promotion of an existing one. Yet, there are severe consequences for those who violate the Yakuza code. Traditionally, transgressions were answered with yubitsume, or finger shortening, a self-inflicted punishment meant to show sincere apology and remorse. In extreme cases, the ancient practice of seppuku, or ritual suicide, was considered the honorable path to redemption. In the face of modern challenges, the Yakuza continues to hold on to their traditional values. These cultural aspects and rituals remain the backbone of the Yakuza, shaping their actions, defining their relationships, and influencing their operations. In the 21st century, the Yakuza faces an array of challenges. Today's Yakuza is standing at a crossroads with the pressure of law enforcement tightening around them like a vice. The Japanese government, no longer turning a blind eye, has amped up efforts to dismantle these organized crime syndicates. High-profile arrests and imprisonments of key members have become more frequent, leading to a significant shakeup in the Yakuza hierarchy. Yet, the Yakuza are nothing if not adaptable. In the face of adversity, they have demonstrated an uncanny resilience and resourcefulness. They've diversified their operations, venturing into legitimate businesses to keep the cash flowing. Everything from construction to finance, entertainment to real estate is fair game. This strategic shift has blurred the lines between criminal and corporate, creating a new kind of Yakuza for the modern world. But what does the future hold for Japan's infamous underworld? There's no simple answer. Some argue that the Yakuza is in decline, pointing to shrinking membership numbers and an increasingly hostile public opinion. They believe that the golden age of the Yakuza is over, replaced by a period of gradual erosion and eventual extinction. Others, however, hold a different view. They see the Yakuza as a resilient entity, capable of evolving with the times. They argue that the Yakuza's move into legitimate businesses is not a sign of weakness, but a strategic adaptation. In this view, the Yakuza isn't disappearing, it's simply changing form. As we step further into the 21st century, the impact of globalization and modernization on the Yakuza cannot be ignored. Whether these influences will lead to the Yakuza's downfall or herald a new era of power and influence is a question only time can answer. The future of the Yakuza is uncertain, but their impact on Japanese society is undeniable. The Yakuza, Japan's infamous mafia, is more than just a criminal syndicate. It's a complex organization, steeped in history and tradition, dating back to the early 17th century. They evolved from humble beginnings as street vendors and gamblers to an organized crime syndicate involved in illegal gambling, loan sharking, drug trafficking, and extortion. Culturally, they are known for their distinctive Irizumi tattoos, a reflection of their loyalty and commitment to the organization. Their strict code of conduct and respect, along with their traditional rituals and ceremonies, play a crucial role in maintaining discipline. However, the modern era presents new challenges. Increased law enforcement efforts, arrests, and imprisonment of key members have pushed them to diversify into legitimate businesses. The future of the Yakuza is uncertain, with some believing in their decline, while others foresee them adapting and evolving to survive in a globalized world. Stay tuned as we continue to unravel the complex world of the Yakuza in our upcoming videos.